Most shooters still treat the .22 long rifle like a cheap participation trophy for weekend plinkers. That outdated mindset leaves you blind to a massive mechanical evolution. Modern engineers are wrapping aerospace materials around match-grade tolerances to build surgical rimfire instruments capable of dead-center impacts. We are ranking the top 5 semi-automatic rimfire platforms on the market right now. Stick around for the #1 spot because the undisputed king just internalized decades of high-end aftermarket upgrades to deliver absolute perfection straight from the factory floor. Hitting the #5 spot is the Winchester Wildcat. This is the ultralight utility innovator designed to challenge established heavyweights by offering extreme ease of maintenance and a hyper-light footprint. The mechanical brilliance is its striker-fired system and toolless takedown. Instead of a hammer, it uses a striker to reduce lock time. The entire lower receiver, including the fire control group, drops out into your hand with one button, push. This gives you instant breech access for straight-through cleaning. It also runs a geared rotary magazine, letting you relieve spring tension with your thumb for effortless loading. Running the .22 long rifle, it pushes a high-velocity 38-grain hollow point at 1,260 feet per second. This delivers 130 foot-pounds of kinetic energy for ethical stopping power on small game at 75 yards. Picture yourself trekking deep into the backcountry. Carrying a 4-pound rifle entirely prevents fatigue. When dirty rimfire wax chokes your action, you drop the lower in seconds and pull a bore snake through without needing tools. Compare this to a legacy Marlin Model 60. Those older platforms require screwdrivers to clean the breech, risking lost parts in the dirt. The Wildcat eliminates that liability. Here is the brutal truth. Because the skeletonized polymer chassis is so incredibly light, it completely lacks the harmonic deadness required to shoot precision groups off a bench. The verdict. This is the ultimate backpack tool for hunters demanding supreme maintenance access. Taking the #4 spot is the Savage RXR-22. This budget-friendly modular disruptor aggressively challenges the market by delivering premium tactical features for under $300. The engineering secret is its high-density polymer chassis and open-source architecture. It features an integrated Picatinny top rail and a quick-release trigger group. Critically, it accepts standard 1022 components, but adds a last-round bolt hold open when using proprietary magazines. Chambered in .22 long rifle firing a 40-grain copper-plated solid at 1,235 feet per second, it delivers 135 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. This provides lethal penetration on pests out to 100 yards. Picture yourself managing a severe raccoon problem around your property at night. The molded accessory rail lets you instantly mount a high-lumen weapon light, turning a budget gun into a dedicated nocturnal hunting rig. Compare this to a legacy base model 1022. You would spend hundreds on aftermarket parts to match what the Savage gives you out of the box. Here is the brutal truth. Because it relies on tight tolerances, the break-in period is punishing. Feeding it cheap, bulk, wax-coated ammunition guarantees chronic extraction failures until the action smooths out. The verdict. This is the ultimate platform for the working man building a modular project rifle on a strict budget. Taking the #3 spot is the Tippmann Arms M422 Elite. This is the ultimate tactical training surrogate built to perfectly replicate the weight and feel of your primary duty rifle. The core engineering difference is its true cast aluminum architecture. Inside it runs a proprietary nickel-plated bolt assembly that provides inherent lubricity to fight off aggressive rimfire carbon fouling. It features a mil-spec fire control group interface, allowing you to drop in high-end aftermarket triggers to perfectly match your centerfire muscle memory. Running the .22 long rifle, it pushes a heavy 45-grain subsonic hollow point at 1,050 feet per second. This delivers the necessary kinetic energy to neutralize small threats at 50 yards, while remaining whisper quiet through a suppressor. Picture yourself running high-volume, close-quarters battle drills. The 5.6 9-pound aluminum chassis gives you the exact physical balance of your standard AR-15, letting you perfect rapid target transitions without burning through thousands of dollars of centerfire ammunition. Compare this to the Smith & Wesson M and P1522. While the competition relies on lightweight polymer receivers to cut costs, the Tippmann gives you the rigid, unyielding feel of a real duty-grade weapon. Here is the brutal truth. The proprietary 25-round sliding track magazine is notoriously finicky. If you do not pull the follower down carefully and stack those rimmed cartridges perfectly, it will induce chronic feeding malfunctions under stress. The verdict. This is the dedicated instrument for the serious tactical practitioner, demanding uncompromising realism to build kinetic skills. Taking the number 2 spot is the Bergara BXR. This masterpiece is the absolute pinnacle of precision, designed for the marksman demanding bolt-action accuracy from an auto-loading platform. The technical dominance starts with the barrel engineering. They use an autoclaved carbon fiber sleeve tensioned over a thin steel liner. This provides the harmonic deadness of a heavy bull barrel while keeping the weight down to 4.75 pounds. It features a proprietary match-grade chamber cut to unforgiving tolerances and a billet receiver milled with an integral 30-minute of angle rail. Running premium 22 long rifle, it pushes a 40-grain match solid at 1,080 feet per second. This delivers concentrated kinetic energy, ensuring immediate stopping power on small game past 100 yards. Picture yourself stalking through dense timber scanning the high canopy. The pre-angled rail lets you dial your optic for extreme drop, while the lightweight carbon barrel prevents arm fatigue, allowing you to place a surgical shot on a tiny target. Compare this to standard factory rimfires. While they use loose chambers that let dirty ammunition cycle smoothly, they constantly throw wide flyers. The Bergara forces absolute projectile concentricity for single-hole accuracy. Here's the brutal truth. That tight match chamber is highly sensitive to carbon fouling. If you do not meticulously scrub the breech every 200 rounds, it will suffer relentless extraction failures. The verdict. This is the uncompromising instrument for the ballistic aficionado, demanding elite precision. Taking the number 1 spot is the undisputed king of rimfire, the refreshed 2026 Ruger 1022. It is the absolute benchmark that finally internalized decades of aftermarket upgrades. The mechanical perfection lies in its updated direct blowback architecture. It ditches the gritty legacy fire control group for the factory BX trigger, dropping the pull weight to a crisp 2.5 pounds. It also features a heavy cold hammer-forged bull barrel to absorb thermal energy and eliminate harmonic whip during rapid fire. Firing a 40-grain high-velocity solid at 1,250 feet per second, it delivers 138 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. This provides immediate stopping power on small game out to 150 yards. Imagine setting up a high-volume pest control perimeter. The heavy barrel hangs perfectly steady offhand, letting you lay down relentless suppressed fire without your zero shifting as the steel heats up. Compare this to legacy models. You used to buy a base model and immediately throw away the stock barrel and trigger to make it accurate. Now Ruger gives you elite match performance straight out of the box. Here is the brutal truth. If you run the extended 25-round aftermarket magazines, you will inevitably encounter rim lock and feeding jams that simply never happen with the flawless factory, flush-fit 10-rounders. The verdict. This is the definitive standard for the hunter, demanding an unshakable precision platform. That concludes the intel brief. The lesson is clear. Modern engineering has completely erased the excuse of rimfire unreliability. These are surgical instruments, not toys. Now sound off in the comments. Are you taking the match-grade precision of the Bergara or the unstoppable modularity of the Ruger? Drop your answer below and stay sharp.